Hello and welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. This is the first of what I think to be a few, or could possibly be many, of the extra episodes for Danganronpa 1. I have a few goals in mind for what I want to do. To start off with, I merely have to load up my save that I currently have right now. Simply start off by going immediately to the school store. And if anybody's wondering why that is, it's because there's a little extra something that you can only obtain, that's the word I'm looking for, after the initial playthrough is complete. There are a bunch of items that you can get while playing to increase people's likelihood of spending time with you or giving you powers, points. Everybody who's seen the playthrough of this so far already knows of that. However, much like a man's dream or something, whatever the item was originally called, much like that item, there's an item that you can collect in here that allows you to obtain a whole nother cutscene, and that would be unlocked in the movie gallery. So I'm merely just gonna go right in here, and I have 598 chances, because I'm not going to spend more than one coin, because every item has a 4% chance, I figured out, or something like that. And you sometimes get randomly double items, so if everything has a fair chance of getting 1, and if you put in 2, it only decreases it by another percent, there's no real point. So I'm merely just going to dedicate this, if I somehow happen to get it very quickly. That's better for me, I guess, but in the long run, I can kind of see this going on for a while. So starting off with the very first coin, let's get going. What the hell is that? Oh well, I forget that it doesn't tell you what the item is, so I'm merely just gonna be going through this one at a time, seeing what all I could have unlocked, what I have unlocked, what is another thing that I can unlock. It's just a bunch of gobbledygook. But one thing that I can mention in the time while this is going on, with all 500 chances, is the fact that not only along with the one item that you can get after the game is complete, but in that unlocked mode, after school or school life or whatever the hell it's actually called, there's actually those last remaining items after the items that you get at the end of each chapter. Every item that you get there, every item after the epilogue item, you actually obtain... Ooh, that one's interesting. Woo! Lucky. You actually earn the items in that school life only. And it's not exactly like this, where it's these items, but particularly different items. And once we get into that, I'll explain a little bit more of what those actually are. But I just wanted to make sure that was at least known. What the hell? Is that like a glass duck or something? Like one of those things that you put in like a glass of water and just like dips down? It was also almost shaped like a bong. Because like the tail was like the tube. What the hell? I never understood what the red suit was about, so why... If there's 2, that's even weirder. Unfortunately, I kind of did have it spoiled for me. I don't know what the event that once you get said item unlocks, because I didn't look into that. I didn't want that spoiled for me. I merely just have... Oh, I forget what that actually means. But I do know what the item looks like, and I don't want to spoil that. Well, actually, it was kind of already spoiled a little bit in the cutscene at the end of Junko's punishment. Well, and that's another thing that I should probably mention. In the last last episode that I did, that was actually a few days ago, I felt as if I left it off in a weird note, and I know that might sound a little bit weird, but, what the flying fuck is that? You see, the issue is that, I had already mentioned that I don't like open-ended endings. I like realistic endings. However, this one felt realistic to end on, because not only does it give the player a little bit of hope, but it can also give the player false hope, which is realistic in and of itself. The whole thing with Monokuma at the very end, I was kind of expecting them to do something like that, because there's a second and a third game, as well as a third anime, I know. And technically a 2.5 game, which I didn't even really notice that I got lucky there. But it's merely just coincidental that I just kind of expected there to be something at the end. If they didn't, I'd be more surprised about that. No? It's like spicy ramen or something? Let's see. What was I gonna mention? But yeah, I felt the ending was justifiable. Oh, I didn't realize that you could get multiple of that. That's interesting. There's something else that I wanted to mention. Heaven forbid that of these 500 coins that I have, well, almost 600 coins, that I don't actually get anything, or don't get the item, I at least have the epilogue save. So I can always go back and reload it, heaven forbid. Hey, big spender. That's an achievement that I got. Probably like spending, what was it? I'd spent only like 100 coins before, like 150. So that's gotta be like spending 250, maybe 200 coins. I don't even know what those are. Those look like antacid tablets or something like that. Let's see. I had a thought that I wanted to mention, while I was talking before, but I kind of lost my train of thought a little bit. Oh yeah, that never-ending dandelion toy thing. It's technically a toy, but oh well. I seem to be getting a lot more, duplicates than I remember, but, I mean, since everything has a chance of 1%, it's not really that helpful. The one thing that I kind of wish is that there was at least some sound behind this. Chin drill. Almost sounds like I want to say children, but not exactly. It's like a blood tea or something. Oh, that's what I end up calling it. I think by the time that I got to the ending of... Wow, there's a lot of that chili ramen or whatever it is. I think by the time that I got to the end of the game, I kind of, like, lost it a little bit, like, my mojo for it. Maybe it was because I just got so exhausted because I had been recording a lot for that day. But, after I finished it, I've kind of... Oh, I went the opposite direction. I kind of have been hesitant to come back to this just because I know of what is to come for the future-ish videos that I want to do. But the issue is that I don't know the length that I would want to go at for the videos after this. Like, this video I have in mind, I have a goal. I have a goal specifically for this video that I know that I can obtain at some point during this. Now, to say that I'll actually get it, who knows? 69. Well, to say whether or not I get it in a timely manner is up in the air, but I'm merely just trying to find one item that triggers an event. Now, for a video that'll come probably right after this for what I have in mind. Woo! Lucky! It's gonna take some time to go through. And the unfortunate thing is that I don't actually know if I can even obtain it myself. Because, I don't know if it requires a whole nother, like, playthrough, to be exact. Because there's a cutscene that you get from getting an item here. And then, I'm trying to say it without giving too much away of what ends up happening. But technically, unlike the school life section, which is an alternate timeline, which I don't know how that plays out, which I think is just us having a communal life, maybe. Like with the original headmaster. I don't know how Monokuma wraps into it. Maybe Monokuma just doesn't exist. Maybe Junko and Mukuro don't exist. But if that's right, then that would mean that the headmaster would have not brought them in, or would have chosen different people, or I don't know. It's just an alternate storyline or timeline for that. But this other event that can happen requires you to actually have a save file with a man's fantasy already in the game. And technically I already have a bunch of those save files available. However, after obtaining that, you need to continue on with the game up until a certain point to trigger an event multiple times, and then reverse the timeline, and then change something in the past. Like, it's, like, that specific. And I don't know if you can only do it after playing through the game once and then continuing on from that save. I don't know if that's an actual thing. And that's my issue right now, is that I don't know if I have the capabilities to do it. What I plan on doing is I plan on going through the steps necessary for me to complete it, and then recording as if nothing's happened, and just playing through the game. Because not only do you have to unlock said events by doing the correct order and events and everything to activate this other ending timeline, something else. You have to do correct things, but once that's done, you also have to completely start from the beginning, which I don't know if that's like a new save, or if you can start back from like chapter prologue, because it said something about starting from the very beginning, and the person who wrote it wasn't very specific in their details, and obviously this is way in the past, so I don't know. I tried looking on the forum for somebody to explain a little bit more. Didn't quite find it. Was that just a rock? I didn't quite see anybody explaining anything, so for the most part, I'm just up in the air whether I have it correct or not. It's just a wait and see type of thing. In the event that it doesn't actually happen, I am 100% planning. I wonder if you can only get this item after you have, like, 99.99% of, the catalog. I wonder if that's an actual thing. I doubt that they would do that, but it is, again, just like a 1% chance of it ever occurring, so... I'm merely just trying my best. The one item that we are looking for was in the cutscene for Junko's death. Oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna mention that. I don't feel as if Junko is actually dead. Oh, there we go! There's the item! And that actually was it. Just as I start to talk about it. And I don't know what that is. It looks like a tape recording? Oh, that's not right. I have to press R. Okay, so if I go to the movie gallery, and I have to be very careful in doing this, because not only is there, not only did I unlock the event that you can only watch in the movie gallery, not even just playing the game. You can only watch it in the movie gallery after obtaining that item after completing the game. But there's also another event right above it, so I have to be very careful not to, like, scroll over it when I'm, like, and reveal it by accident when I'm actually editing the footage. So this is a clarification for myself and not just you. Make sure it's properly edited, dumbass. What it is the one that's going to be hidden is actually the event that is from the alternate timeline that isn't of school life, and I want to make sure that I can actually get that. So I kind of lied, because the event here that I unlocked is Goodbye, Despair, High, All. So I'm thinking every student gets to leave, and that's only what you get from obtaining the eject button, the thing that we get for Makoto. Wait, hold on. Let me go nice characters and then different characters. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko. Who am I missing that was nice? I'm trying to look at, like, who's all there in the scene. Toko, Byakuya, and yeah, Hiro. That's who it is. That was the sixth person. Everyone else I'm thinking is able to get out. However, in the slot 2 above, it's actually the event that I need to blur out. I thought it was going to be the last one, but oh well. And that one has a little bit of a story behind it that I want to talk about when possible, if I get it, and if I don't, I can explain a little bit more. But I mean, hell, if I don't actually get it, I can always just watch it that way. But cool enough as is. So let's watch Goodbye, Despair, High, All. Would you like to spend Monokuma coins to unlock this special item? So not only... What? Okay, that's cheap. That's cheap, game. You also have to unlock it with coins. Okay. Yes, I spent a bunch of coins to do it, but then you also have to pay to buy it to watch it. Ugh. That's like... That's the equivalency of having to buy... using Blockbuster as an example, and there's only one in existence at all anymore. For anyone who isn't American, I don't actually know if it's even past an American brand. Blockbuster was a VHS, and I think it eventually got up to DVD rental place to rent movies and everything. That almost has gone out of business. But essentially, what I just did is I had to pay for a card to access to get into the to the movies. Or the Blockbuster, but there was no guarantee. It was like putting in my name into a sweepstakes to get said item, but I could attempt multiple times, obviously. But there was no guarantee that I was ever going to get it. That's essentially what that means. I was able to get in, but even after getting access to it, which I would think I would obtain all the unlimited movies that I would ever want for actually spending a bunch of money and everything, what I end up getting is shafted, because you have to pay to watch the movie after paying however much money. That is so jank. Alright, now we can watch Goodbye, Despair, High, All. Oh, cute animation. And this has everybody, including Mukuro. Or maybe Junko, actually, I don't know. And still that spinning flash of light, which, when I first watched it, I thought it was like a drill coming at our heads. And I was very scared of it at first. Hell, maybe it's a new sun or something. And that's it. In all honesty, that's a bit shitty. I thought we were gonna see, like, I thought we were gonna get a bunch of other lines, but I guess technically, since it is only one event, really, just one movie, I guess it makes sense. But yeah, I guess that's that. Hopefully you're looking forward to me unlocking a whole other storyline, if I can even do that. And then later, yes, I would like to save my changes. Yes, in the epilogue end. Yes. Hopefully you're looking forward to me doing some back and forth stuff for the chapter select. And then in future videos, a what-if simulation style for school mode. I don't know how much I'm going to end up doing of that because of what I've read and what you have to do in it. And I don't know how long it actually takes, but I'm just gonna kind of wait and see what is to come. Sorry I'm wasting a little bit more time explaining, but hell, I mean, I've already spent however much time just getting that one item to watch a 30-second clip. Some of you might think it's a stupid video to make, but I think it speaks volumes that there was actually an event that you could trigger that would set us all free. I don't know the likelihood of that being a possible route that was optional. Like, I know that people have talked that the writers for this game and the director have even mentioned that what they wanted to do was try and plan alternate routes for players to go, like make decision-based stuff, but they thought in the end that it would affect the game negatively in reviews, so they decided to go one specific route and then have different challenges and other unlocks available. But for now, hopefully you're looking forward to what is to come in the next few episodes. Kind of scared of what I would end up doing for this, but now that weight's off my chest, perfectly accepting it. Have a nice day.